All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about an incredible story that's all about athletic grit, national pride, and a record that was a long, long time in the making. This is a big one. 16 years. Just think about that. For 16 long years, India has been waiting for this moment, waiting for a medal in one of the toughest, most grueling athletic events you can imagine. And just a little while ago, that wait, well, it was finally, spectacularly over. And it all comes down to this number, 5,993. Now, that might just look like a score, but trust me, it is so much more than that. That number represents years of hard work. It's shattered records, it's history being written in the men's heptathlon. And the man behind that number? His name is Tejaswin Shankar. So today we are going to break down exactly how he pulled off this historic gold medal, what it took to get there, and, this is the exciting part, what it all means for his next huge challenge. Okay, so first things first, what even is a heptathlon? For anyone who might not be familiar, it's this incredibly intense 2-day competition. We're talking 7 different track and field events. It's basically the ultimate test of an athlete's versatility, their endurance, their all-around skill. All right, so let's really dig into this victory. Because Tejaswin Shankar's gold medal, it wasn't just about him setting a personal best. No, this was a massive, landmark moment for Indian athletics as a whole. And when you look at the scale of this thing, it is just incredible. I mean, this wasn't just a medal. It was India's only gold medal at the entire meet. It's the win that finally broke that 16-year drought we were talking about. And he didn't just win, he completely smashed his own national record. And get this, that score, 5,993, it's the second best score ever by an Asian athlete. I mean, wow, just monumental. But the stats and the records are one thing. Behind all of that, there's a really powerful personal story here. This victory, for Shankar himself, was the end of a long, and let's be honest, probably a very frustrating journey. And you can really hear it in his own words, this history of almost getting there. He'd been so close, so many times, at big events, winning silvers, winning bronzes, but always just missing out on that top spot on the podium. And that's what makes this next part so powerful. After all those times of being just shy, to finally stand up there, on top of the podium, and hear the national anthem, well, like he said, it was tremendously special. I mean, that's the payoff, right? That's what all those years of pushing through were for. So, okay, this huge indoor heptathlon win is in the bag, but it's not the end of the story, not even close. It's actually a stepping stone, preparation for an even bigger challenge outdoors, the decathlon at the Asian Games. So you hear these 2 words a lot, right? Heptathlon, decathlon. But what's actually the difference between the indoor and outdoor events? You might think it's just the number, but there's a little more to it. Yeah, the most basic difference is pretty straightforward. The indoor heptathlon, like the name kind of suggests, has 7 events. But when you move outdoors for something like the Asian Games, it becomes the decathlon, and that means competing in a whopping 10 events. So what are those 3 extra events? Well, 2 of them are discus and javelin. And that kind of tells you everything you need to know about the difference between indoors and outdoors, right? You just can't be launching a javelin inside a stadium. And the 3rd event they add? A grueling 400-meter run. It really makes the decathlon a completely different animal. And this is really the key takeaway here. This win wasn't just about the gold medal, as amazing as that is. No, this was a calculated, strategic move. It was all part of the plan for the Asian Games, a way for Shankar to size up the competition, to see where he stands against the very best. And Shankar himself basically spells out his whole mindset. He's like, look, if I'm going to talk a big game about winning gold at the Asian Games, I have to go head-to-head with my rivals now. He had to beat them here in the heptathlon to prove he could beat them later. It was a test run, a chance to study his opponents. And that's precisely what he did. I mean, think about it. The guys who finished right behind him, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, they're the exact same athletes he's going to be up against in the Asian Games decathlon. So by beating them now, he didn't just win a gold. He sent a massive message to everyone who's going to be competing against him. So That leaves us with one big, thrilling question, doesn't it? He's conquered the heptathlon. He's proven he's the king of the 7-event indoor game. But can he master those extra 3 events? Can he conquer the 10-event decathlon? You can bet the whole country is going to be watching to find out. His journey, it's just getting started.